I've just completed my biggest drawing ever, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. If you're new here, my name's April. I'm a full-time contemporary fine artist in the UK, and on this channel I'll be sharing a bunch of different art-related content. This entire process took about 12 weeks, with the actual drawing itself taking about 9 weeks. It's my biggest art achievement so far. I'm definitely very proud of it, and I have seen enough charcoal to last me the next 5 years. We'll get into the story behind the drawing, but first, let's jump back about 12 weeks. Now, the first thing to do was to open up the roll of paper and then pull some obligatory cringe faces at the camera. Then decide what I wanted to do with said paper. My first hurdle was getting it up onto the wall, as not only do I prefer to draw vertically, I also live stream my artwork 3 to 4 days a week. I did this entire piece live on Kick, so feel free to check out the channel to see what I'm working on next, and just to chill and hang out while we create some art. Anyway, I decided the best route was probably to tape the paper to a piece of hardboard and then drill this into the wall so it couldn't move or fall off. All of my canvases are attached the same way, but they're not actually drilled in, as they are nowhere near as heavy. And here is me struggling to get said hardboard onto the workbench without it bending or snapping. Could I have used clamps here to make my life a lot easier? Yes. Am I too impatient to wait for them to arrive or to go get some myself? Also, yes. Genuinely don't know how I'm gonna go about this. Now, luckily this bench is quite sturdy, or I would be in trouble. Now, I don't really need to worry too much about getting it straight at this stage, because this isn't the edge of the drawing, this is just to stretch the paper out. So yeah, that's that, and I guess we will see what happens. There's an incredible artist on here called Jono Dry, and I attempted to follow his video on stretching paper, as he uses the same paper as me. However, even though I had clean water, a clean jug, and a clean new sponge, it left a bunch of weird yellow marks, so I decided to recut, retape, and just work on unstretched paper. This is one of 2 of the most terrifying parts of this whole process. Trying to get this up on the wall without the board snapping, without me damaging or marking the paper, and also hoping it stays on the wall and isn't too heavy, because my god is this thing heavy. But luckily it all worked out. And then it was time to get sketching. This left tiger could take me a month to complete on its own, so I don't want to sketch the rest of it, I'll leave that till later. I'm about 2 hours away from the stream where we start filling in. I work left to right with charcoal, so I'll start up here, and we'll probably, honestly, in the first session, focus on filling in this area of black. I've got a couple of the Hobbycraft trolleys, so I might bring one of those over, because then I can move it around. Alright, so the last thing to do before we start streaming is obviously to set up stream and turn the studio into what I call night mode, so cut to night mode. So we're at the end of day 1. I'm covered in charcoal. It's 8 PM. We started sketching this out at 9 AM. So we've been working on this 11 hours today. I feel like I could have gone further, but at the same time, I didn't expect to get this far. So I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy with how it looks. And yeah, I can't wait to keep going. Yeah, I just wanted to check in at the end of day 1. But yeah, super happy, and we'll be back tomorrow to continue. We started this drawing on the 21st of August and we finished it on the 25th of October. This whole journey began with a brainstorming session on a live stream way back at the start of this year. Occasionally I like to just sit down with the community, talk about potential upcoming projects, reference images, videos, content they want to see, that sort of thing. I showed the reference that we used for this and someone immediately DM'd me about the drawing. The only condition was that we did it as big as possible. I will be shipping it to its new home in Australia this week. I'm just waiting on the tubes to arrive. I am going to double tube it. I think I'm going to put it in a 6-inch tube, bubble wrap that, and then put that inside an 8-inch tube. Jump on over to my TikTok and my Instagram. I'm currently running a competition/giveaway for a print of this, and the prints are now live on the website. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you will hit that subscribe button and come back for more. I knew I wanted this to be the first video on this channel. I'm really looking forward to creating more art content, and I hope you will be on the journey with me.